Hello everyone, welcome to Leaping Lotus Tarot. My name is Addison. I felt called to just do some oracle messages for you guys. I've never done this before. Usually I incorporate tarot, but we're just doing oracle messages this evening. I will continue with regular broadcasting, if you will, starting back tomorrow. I've got a Sagittarius reading I need to do, and then I'm going to move into, I had just started Taurus, but I'm going to move into the other earth signs as well. So we'll do Virgo, Capricorn, and then after that I think we're going to move into fire signs, perhaps starting with Leo maybe. So anyway, I've got 4 oracle decks here. I'm sorry, 5 oracle decks here that I'm just going to run through real quick, and we're going to see if any common themes come out or any just sort of messages that may pertain to you, possibly words of encouragement, anything like that. Don't mind my appearance. I just got out of the shower. Clearly, I'm very comfortable, and I hope you are too. And go ahead and take a deep breath for me if you would. Ground yourself into the present energy. And let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the Medicine Woman Oracle deck, and we're just going to see what comes out. I might just only take a couple cards from each one. We'll just see where it goes. I don't want to make this too long. I just want to kind of give you some words of encouragement, something for you to resonate with. This is completely general. This is for no particular sign. This is for any, all, and every. All right, it looks like we got a few here. You have Spirit of the Earth. Have faith, you are supported. No matter what path you choose, no matter where you decide to work, no matter who you decide to be with, just remember that you are supported 100% by the universe, by your spirit guides, by your higher self. Even if you quote unquote make a mistake, or you feel like you chose wrong, or you make a mistake, or something just doesn't go right, just like that, right? Something doesn't go right with it, right? Just how I tried to articulate there. It's all okay. It doesn't matter. You are not judged. You are accepted. You are loved. You are perfectly right on time with absolutely everything. Authenticity. I open the way of truth. Only you can be yourself. Only you can be you and exactly who you need to be right now. No one can be you. They can try, they can pretend. It's not going to happen. Only you can be you. And you are uniquely beautiful. So this message is really kind of calling me to remind you that you may find beauty in other people. You may find talents in other people that maybe you kind of feel a little bit of envy kind of bubble up in, like they can do something that you can't do, or they're more athletic, or they're more artistic, or they're more something that you kind of wish that you had, or just something you really admire, even if you don't wish that you had it, but you're just like, wow, that is so cool. Just remember that there's something about you that somebody else feels that exact same way about, that they're like, wow, like she can do that, or he can do that, and that's unbelievable. So just remember that you have that exact same thing. Whatever it is uniquely unique to you, and that's your skill, and that's what you bring to the table, and that's why you're here on earth, is to deliver a message using whatever unique gift that you have, to show people, to show the world who you are and what message you have to deliver to help awaken the overall consciousness of the planet. And finally, from the Medicine Woman Oracle, we have healing. I support you on the path of healing. That kind of reminds me of the first card that came out of Spirit of the Earth, like have faith, you are supported. This is the same thing. I support you on the path of healing. You can't choose wrong. You can't, I mean, it's okay to make mistakes. We are all, I've heard this over and over lately, so I'm going to repeat it. We are all just walking each other home. We are all just here for each other and supporting each other and seeing the beauty in one another and supporting the love and light that shines through each individual. And you really can't do wrong. It's always best to try your best, right? We're just tiny little beings spinning on a planet in the abyss of foreverness, and it seems kind of silly when you think about it like that, to ever worry about anything. So just focus on what is meaningful to you. Focus on healing. Focus on what speaks to your soul. What message do you need to deliver? All right, we're going to get into the Spirit of the Animals Oracle now. We're going to see what spirit animal is calling to you. I don't have a lot of information on these certain animals, so what I encourage you to do is to go ahead and just Google them, see if there's any other specific messages on these animals that might speak to you that I won't be able to say, because I just don't know enough about like spirit animals really and what they all mean. Okay, so we have the lynx. This says keeper of secrets. So right away, what I'm getting with that is back to that whole talent thing, that whole gift thing. You have a hidden skill set. Maybe some of you are more comfortable expressing it than others, but I'm getting that no matter what, if you're hearing this message, there is a certain gift or skill set that you have that you are not fully utilizing to its full capacity. And that's what this secret is that I'm getting. You're holding a secret from the world. You're keeping your voice back. Maybe voice is significant to you. Maybe you're a singer or a poet or a storyteller in some way, but you're holding a secret back. And what the secret is your gift, your talent, your light, your passion, your art. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. So that message is a little bit different than what I had just said, but I think that's still uniquely beautiful in what it is. And that very much reminds me of a call to meditation as well, to go within and to kind of listen to your inner voice and your inner knowing about what it is that you bring to the table. You may have multiple gifts, you may have multiple talents, and you may be feeling called and pulled in different directions of like, which one do I choose? Which one is really my truest gift? What's the one that people need to really hear? And so what I'm being told is that just go within and meditate. And you know what? I think that you're going to be able to incorporate both of them. Who says that you can only have one path, one vision, one talent, one skill, one message to tell, right? This is Angels of Abundance Oracle. We've got 2 out. Let's see if one more wants to come out or if that's it. I feel like there's one more, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, there's one more and it fell on the ground. So let's read that one first. Block out distractions. Okay, so I'll read what this says, but what I'm getting with that is with this gift, with this talent, you are able to kind of justify putting it on the back burner because you have a lot of other stuff going on, okay? Whether it be kids, whether it be other family members, work, home life, just whatever it is that you're, oh, I don't have time for that. That's a silly old thing I used to dance when I was in high school, or I used to be in choir, but it's not really a thing anymore. I don't have time for that. I got these dishes I gotta do. And it's like, honey, those dishes can wait 20, 25 minutes for you to go do your thing. All it takes is a little bit of practice every day. For me personally, I've been telling myself I'm gonna be getting my own apartment pretty soon here. I've been living with my grandparents for a little bit just because I relocated to a new place, and they've been generous enough to let me hang out with them for a bit. I've been getting home cooked meals every night, not complaining, but it'll be good to get into my own space. But I told myself when I go into my own space again that I'm going to bust out my piano and really learn and practice that. So that's something that I'm being called to do. And so whatever that kind of thing is that you've been putting off, like, oh, I need to get out my art easel and I need to paint. I need to, you know, dust off my ice skates is what okay, so block out distractions. Here we go. This is what it says. It says, your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. That's a big component to me with the whole piano thing, is I feel kind of shy, like learning it, you know, I don't know it that well. So I'm like using a piano app. And so I don't really want anyone to hear me as I'm going through my learning process or hearing me sing or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I'm getting with that. It's like, don't let, like, say you have a spouse and they kind of don't really support your art or gift. You may just need to kind of find the time when they're not around to really, I mean, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but that may be something that you have to do for yourself when no one's around to really have, or like the kids, like maybe it's not somebody who doesn't support you, but maybe it's like the kids just constantly pulling on you, needing your attention. So maybe when they're over at the grandparents' house, or their aunts and uncles, you go ahead and take that time for yourself to practice that art or that skill or that gift that you've been putting off that you have no time for, right? And the electronics, all that time that you spend scrolling on social media, you could be practicing your art or your gift. Think about that. You already know what these distractions are. Yeah, I think everyone can relate to their phones being a distraction, right? And you have the power to responsibly block them out. Yep. All right, the other message we've got is take a divinely guided change. Yeah. Surround yourself with people who support you, people who encourage you to follow your path, who encourage you to share your gift. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. That's right. and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Donations, tithing, and charitable work. Very interesting. So with that, I kind of got like singing in church. That's just sort of something that came through with that. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Yeah, don't be afraid to give just for the sake of giving. It will come back to you. When you share with others and you live in a state of gratitude, you will be given back from the universe more things to be grateful for. And generosity will just naturally be attracted to you. I mean, you'll give something and then you'll find 50 bucks on the street, you know. So a lot of these have been around like your work and your passion and your art. So now I'm getting into this Romeo and Juliet Oracle. We're going to see if there's any sort of romantic vibes or anything like that that comes out for you. We almost had something come out. All right. Oh, interesting. Forced marriage. Loss of freedom, excessive interference. Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me, nay more, I doubt it not. So briefly, I had spoken about maybe you feel uncomfortable to sing or something like that, or, you know, play an instrument around your spouse because you feel like it might irritate them or they might judge you for it. It's really interesting. This may really be resonating for somebody because I just saw a commercial on the TV too when I was, you know, watching The Voice actually, and there was a commercial. It was supposed to be humorous, but I was kind of like, what an interesting, weird commercial. And it was this guy who his daughter was playing like the flute or some sort of instrument in the living room while he was like meeting. It was a progressive commercial, and he was meeting with the progressive agents, and she was playing. He's like, honey, can you please not do that right now? Like, go somewhere else. And she's like, oh, okay. And then he continues talking with them, and then his wife is sitting on the back couch in the other room watching her TV show, and he's like, honey, like, no, like, that's loud, like, can you please not? And she's like, oh, okay. So she turns off the TV and leaves. And then there's like this huge choir standing on the stairs, almost like a Christmas choir, some sort of like just, and they're just singing on the stairs. And he was like, oh, they come here every Thursday or whatever it was to practice. You sound great, guys. And so it was just very like funny of like, I'm like, what a weird commercial. It was like him invalidating other people's arts and expressions and gifts, or, you know, not necessarily gifts. I mean, it was in the sense of his daughter's instrument playing, not really his wife's TV show, but just forms of how they wanted to express themselves. But the way that, you know, but he approved of the choir on the stairs, you know what I mean? So it was like, it's very weird. So I'm almost kind of getting with this forced marriage thing. You might be with, or maybe you were in the past with somebody who was not supportive of you, or if they weren't supportive, they just didn't get it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't something that they really were there for you for. And so this may be a message for you that like, maybe you deserve better. Maybe you need to start surrounding yourselves more with people who really encourage you to do what you want to do, and support you with it and love you through it, through all the hiccups and all that kind of stuff that comes along with it. And I'm also getting to like, say that you're like a starving artist type of thing. And it says, you know, the previous card we had about being generous with your time and your art and stuff like that. That may be another message of like, you may feel that your finances are tight right now, or you don't have a lot of support in that way because you're trying to make this thing happen. And this is just encouragement from the universe to keep going with it. Don't give up. It's going to be okay. Keep generously giving for the sake of giving. And, but also make sure you're, you know, placing value in your art and your work and stuff like that too. Like that's important. It's more important that you see the value in it, because the value will come back in that form of what you believe. Your beliefs are extremely important. So that's kind of what the message I was getting with that is. All right, we got one last Oracle deck that we're going to get a final message for you. I really like this one. This is really fun. I like doing all the Oracle cards. There's only one Oracle deck that I have that I didn't use. I just didn't feel called to use it. It's my Citadel deck, but I'm sure I'll pull it for my next reading that I do tomorrow for Sagittarius. Or, all right, maybe one more. Let's get maybe one more. Let's see, is there one more? That may be the last message. I'll go through one more time, but that may be the last one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Your energy is sacred. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with spending a little bit of time alone. There's nothing wrong with... It's just reminding me of what I was saying in the beginning about your impact, your unique soul frequency, your unique soul energy and impact that is meant to have on this world at this time, during this incarnation. There's no accident that you're here right now, okay? If you weren't supposed to be here right now, you would not be here right now, okay? This is also reminding me to really bring yourself into the now. If you're feeling depressed, you're in the past. If you're feeling anxious, you're in the future. If you are here right now, paying attention to your breath, listening to your surroundings, tuning yourself into your body, it's hard to feel those other things as much because they're back to that other card, distractions, right? Try to minimize your distractions and find the present moment, find the truth, realize the sacredness and the ever and eternal now. I am powerful and loved. What a beautiful thing to end on. You are supported by the universe. You are divine. You are love. You are light. You are perfect. You are perfectly on time. You are not late. You are not wrong. You are not mistaken. You are absolutely perfectly right. And you are the most beautiful love and light from the Creator. And you're supported 100%. And you should absolutely go for whatever it is that motivates you, inspires you. Surround yourself with the people who give you that inspiration too, that support, that love, and you will be guided, your hands will be held, and you can't be wrong. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.